Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Broadway Jets YouTube channel. You'll know me from Twitter as NYJ Mike. I'm joined as always by the master of receipts, NYJ Matt. And Matt, we are almost upon Jets Giants week, and how magical it is that the Jets are 3-3 after beating the Eagles, coming off their bye. This is a huge game.
We're ready to go. Bye week is sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. There was a little bit of momentum heading into the bye week, so I wish we could have kept it going. But after some injuries pop up, you hope that you take the full week to recover, get everyone back. And then the DJ Reed Sauce Gardner news today was a little underwhelming. I think they were full participants, but they're in the protocol. So I don't know what the fuck that means, but hopefully we'll get them back for the game. But Mike, nothing better than every 4 years playing our little brothers who have not beaten us since 2011.
Yeah, and the Jets have the 2015 win is a good one,
Great one.
where the Jets came back from 20-10, beat the Giants in overtime. Brandon Marshall with a big touchdown at the end of that game.
Yeah.
2019, that's the game where Jamal Adams assaulted Daniel Jones's psyche by ripping the ball out of his hand, scoring a touchdown. Dude, big game. The Sauce stuff doesn't make sense to me, Matt, because Sauce basically tweeted on last Sunday when the Jets played the Eagles that he was feeling great and wanted to play, and now he's still in concussion protocols. So
Yeah, and the weird thing is, like, if this was happening this week, we'd be annoyed. But we saw the backups do an unbelievable job against arguably an top 2, top 3 offense in the NFL. So in a pinch, we could survive. Obviously, I don't think the Giants are world beaters, but we would obviously want our guys out there, want our guys healthy. But the Jets are 3-point favorites, right? So it's not a drastic 7-point spread. The Jets are finally favorites heading into a game, and then Andrew Thomas and John Michael Schmitz are allegedly practicing and coming back. Daniel Jones still up in the air. So both teams trying to get back to being healthy. I think a 3-point spread's probably fair.
yeah.
And I would always say that the Giants would have the coaching battle, and Dable, especially last year, being ahead of Salah. I don't think that's the case anymore. Dable has not had his team prepared, and I think we're in a good spot to win this game. I'm not worried about it. Mike, how do you feel?
Well, the one thing is the Giants, obviously playoff team last year. They win a playoff game. I know you and I are both in the camp of we want to play team's backup quarterback. Hopefully, Daniel Jones does not play,
Yep.
even though Tyrod Taylor is a good backup and has one of the handed the Jets probably their worst loss of the decade in 2015 with the Bills. He was the quarterback of that team, which is frustrating with Rex. So Tyrod's a good backup, but man, you don't want to play Daniel Jones. The guy had a very good year last year. He won a playoff game, and it's frustrating to see Andrew Thomas and John Michael Schmitz come back with the offensive line woes that the Giants have had. You wanted to see the Jets now you can call it an elite pass rush playing against these backup guys, but regardless, that should still be a good matchup for the Jets. Rushing the passer. So we'll see. I'm a little bit more skeptical than most. Again, it's only a 3-point spread. It's a Giants home game. Technically, there probably will be more Giants fans there by default because they have the season tickets. I will be at the game. But man, it's going to be I think a tight, low scoring ish game. It's hard for the Jets, Matt, also to be favored by more than 3 with this offense. It's not like the Jets are going to come out and probably put up 30 plus points on offense. So maybe they could, but I do think the Jets are going to win. I told one of my buddies 27-10. That was the first thing that popped in my mind. Now I'm like nervous that they're going to lose, but I'm going to stick with my 27-10.
It's not a legacy game, but it's something that when you have all your friends, Giant fan, Jet fans, you probably, if you're listening, have a group chat with the boys, half of them Giant fans, half of them Jet fans, and maybe like a quarter of them, if we break it down, might root for the Browns or Panthers, right? Or Packers in our friend group. But when you have the Giant fans, it's good banter all week. And then you have like WFAN, Sean Marash and Sal Licata. Now, Marash, I actually believe there is a troll factor to him, and he gets it. Because I even tweeted out when he was talking about how the Jets fans are scared. I basically said he's in a win-win, where if the Jets win, he'll be like, you're not going to go far in the playoffs. Even if you make it, we're going to get a top 5 pick. And if the Giants win, we're their little brother. And he liked that tweet. So I think he is part troll.
Ultimate spin zone.
Which is fair, right? But Sal Licata, what?
Oh, continue. It's great.
Oh, I don't know how that got there. Sal Licata, in my opinion, isn't he's not saying it to be a troll. He's saying it because it gets views and clicks of saying the Jets are going to lose. They're not, competitive. He every take he has and every take WFAN has needs to be contrary to their co-host, so they can talk about it, put out a clip, get a ton of views and interactions. And I'm no longer engaging in it. I'll engage with the personality accounts back and forth if I think what they're saying is shit, but I'm not going to quote tweet a video from the fan when it is clearly bait to get interactions on Twitter.
Dude, every time I see a video of Salicata and Brandon Tierney, they look more alike in the next video.
That's fair.
They're becoming one entity. And they sound exactly alike, too. They both have good voices. They have nice radio voices.
Tierney's been good this year.
It
could very well be when Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Like Joe Benigno would go on and be like, the season's over. The stadium is built on an Indian burial ground. Let's end the year. This is terrible. And to Tierney's credit, he said, fuck this. We're going to back Zach until we can't back him no more. And then we'll go ahead and win. So I appreciate Tierney bringing that level of respect.
That was a good take.
It was a good take. And WFAN is just tough right now. And we're going to hear about it. And if in the event that the Jets were to lose a game, we take on the chin. We're not going to spin zone it. It would suck, but I think the Jets will win this game. And the Daniel Jones thing, clearly, I don't know why people would even say, oh, he's been not great this year. Who cares if he plays? You don't want to play him. You don't want to play a guy who can run, who can throw, and that maybe he's not a top 10, 12 guy, but he's significantly, in my opinion, better than Tyrod Taylor at this very moment. So you want Taylor.
Even though what Chris Collinsworth's co-host called Tyrod Taylor the young quarterback when he's 34. But this goes back. We've had this take in 2020. No, 2019. The Jets played the Bengals. Yeah, and it was like Brandon Allen was supposed to start for the Bengals, but Andy Dalton was coming back, and people were like, "Doesn't matter, fuck him." You don't want to play Andy Dalton if you could play the backup quarterback. So it makes it's the biggest position, of course, in all of sports. So, oh God. And again, I think the way the Giants fans view their team this year is very telling of why I don't respect most Giants fans. First of all, growing up, our Giant fan friends in our lives personally were never the best fans and always talk shit to us. So that's where our hatred comes from, and if that wasn't the case for other people, I understand. I've met recently more Giants fans that are better fans, makes me hate them less. It's just I still despise my them to lose on a bad call, but I've met people in my life recently that are great Giant fans that care, that don't hate the Jets as much. That softens my hatred a little bit.
I get it.
The way that Giants fans are acting about their team this year, we're like, we fucking suck. Like all this shit. It's the same exact team as last year. It's the same team, except they quote unquote upgraded their receiving core, which they didn't. So, and everyone, I love Dable. I love Daniel Jones. I love this. Now it's fuck Daniel Jones. It doesn't matter if Tyrod Taylor starts. It's let's tank for a draft pick. It's what are we doing? This team is garbage. I don't understand, Matt.
Yeah, and it's the Giant fan, how we grew up. We grew up in middle school when the Giants won in 2007. We were in high school for 2011. Yeah. And our immediate friend group doesn't have a lot of Giant fans, but those Giant fans I do like respect. We have fun banter, but it's that the friends that you have in middle school, high school that aren't actually your true friends that I hated more than anybody. Because it would be even like the girls would put on the Eli Manning blue 10 jersey in week 16. And you're like, where the fuck was that the entire year? This isn't fair. You didn't root for your team, and now they're going to make it a miracle run in the playoffs for the second time in 4 years.
It would be like one of my really good friends who I love, but he'd be like, "Oh, like fuck the Jets, whatever." I'll text him during the Giant game, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I'm working at like Chick-fil-A." Go fuck yourself. You don't have to take a shift at Chick-fil-A. You're not an essential worker. Get the hell out of here. He's not supporting a family when he's 14. Get
And
out of my face.
there
That
is a
shit.
path that for some reason it does matter to me that the next generation, when they get to pick their team, will pick the Jets over the Giants, because we grew up in a generation where every kid picked the Giants outside of idiots like us or parents that forced us to be Jet fans, and thankfully they did. So
Yeah.
I want 2023 to be the opposite. I want kids to grow up and want to be Jet fans. And because the Giants have more fans than the Jets in New Jersey, it's not even close.
For sure.
It really isn't. So that's the goal, right?
Dude, the
Build
Jets
it.
are America's team, bro.
America's team. If we win, the next time they could beat us, unless we have that weird like final game of the schedule, 16 years from the last time they won in 2011. Like, we can keep that, so I can keep tweeting, oh, the last time they won was the Obama administration. I want that tweet in the chamber. So it's going to be a good game. Anything else stand out to you for this one?
In terms of the actual game, I mean, again, defensive battle. I'm nervous, Matt, about the right side of our line because going right now, it would be Wes Schweitzer and Max Mitchell, and they held up well in Philly. So
Yep.
you figure you can do it, but Becton has been unbelievable, but he's terrifying because he could get hurt at any second. Tomlinson seems like he plays really well when he has a really good left tackle next to him, so he's been good. McGovern's fine. And then you're missing your whole right side of the line. Tippmann and AVT are two terrific young guys. It's good, Matt, that Tippmann wasn't placed on IR yet.
I was gonna say that the fact that he's potentially going to play Sunday, which doesn't mean anything when
I love the
Salah
tweets.
says it.
Once Salah said it, he's like, he's looking pretty good. People are like, it's like, I think Joe Blewett said like RIP. He said like the rest in peace thing. Fucking so that's nerve wracking. But the Giants don't have the best pass rush. They have that one guy. I don't know his name. That's a Jihad Ward joke. Sorry.
I got to be better.
Well, you're like, what is it? He doesn't know who Kayvon Thibodeau is? Yeah.
Yeah. Jihad Ward lied, and people died because of it. As I type it into the
Jihad Ward live, people died. This is so stupid, dude. Fucking
that's
he
good
did.
producing there. He's a true piece of shit. he lied. And let's take a step back. Remember what he did? He claimed that he heard the Jets players laughing in a not a full stadium, but in a stadium. And you watch the clip back, they're like talking a little bit about a block, whatever, one chuckle. There's no way he heard it. And then he wakes up the next day and gets embarrassed on Twitter from everyone of Aaron Rodgers, a Hall of Fame quarterback, saying, I've never heard of you. So he's a little emotional little bitch. And then he comes onto Twitter and says, oh, I heard them laughing, so I was protecting my guys. That's not why you hit Rodgers late. And the hit wasn't even that bad. It was late. You didn't even get a flag on it. No one's saying it was dirty, but he called you a nobody, which you are. And then
he said he didn't know who Rodgers was. I don't even know who you are. Rodgers said bullshit. Ridiculous. Fuck Jihad Ward.
This is a big game.
Why is my camera blurry? God damn it. Oh, I feel like I'm looking at like one of those eye charts.
The only other thing, it's not Jet Giant related, but Mike, I got bad news. Season tickets went up.
Again?
They have been up 72% since we bought them in 2019.
What is our record up to 72%?
No.
The Jets?
Very much not.
Yeah.
They are like ours, I think, are now $12.50 a pop each.
Oh, really? Jeez. Did I Venmo you for this year? I think I did. I finally did. You texted me like 10 times.
It's tough. It's like you're buying an engagement ring, right?
Yeah. Dude, fucking what's it called? I did say the only thing is the product. So you're Woody Johnson. You go get Rodgers. He didn't have to do that. He just didn't have to do it. He could have just not done that. So he did that. And the production at the games has been really good. Like the primetime games have been awesome. Come out with some sick new uniforms. I'm fine with it. It was more frustrating when it was Adam Gase and fucking Dowell Loggins. And we're like, what are we doing?
I almost want to do a full video on it.
Yeah.
Because on Twitter, I just stated a fact. I'm like, the season tickets have been going up. People were tweeting about it. I said, here's what ours has done year over year in the past 5 years. It has gone up this percent. And people would be like, you know,
Stay home.
stay home, watch the game on your couch. And I'm like, okay, you're then going to tweet that there's too many Chiefs fans at the game, and you're going to tweet that the Jets have no home field advantage. And again, I would never tell you you have to go out and buy them. You don't have to tell me you have to go out and sell them. I'm just stating a fact. Just because I have a bad experience somewhere, I'm not going to never go to that place again, right? I've been to too many Jet games in the last decade where we come home miserable after a 24-point loss to a division rival. So it happens. But if you don't go to games, and I think DJ Bieniemy was the one that DM'd us. He's like, the Jets aren't going to sell their team. Is that out of line to say if no one shows up to games, you could relocate because you're in the same stadium as another team? Like, I'm not saying that would ever happen in a million years, but I want to go to games. I like going to games, but I can point out increasing them 70% when you're 21 and 50 over that time frame blows a lot.
Relocation is the scariest thing in the world. It's always like, yeah, we'll get them next year. Nope, gone. Moving to another place.
Dude,
What is that?
Imagine the Jaguars actually go to London. Like, that might happen in the next 10 years.
Yeah, they seem like they're on the trajectory. So that's fucked up. But Matt, the other big news is there was a report that the Jets are looking to move Carl Lawson imminently.
I'm more surprised about Lawson than Cook. If you would have told me Hardman was like the one guy that it wasn't fitting, go. But if you told me between Cook and Lawson, I think they would have been more inclined to move off Cook because you do have a stable of guys and you want to get your draft pick, Avakenda up and playing.
You'd think that Lawson has more value though as a pass rusher.
That's why I'm thinking they talk about pass rush. One edge guy goes down. You don't want to go into a year like you had Jacob Martin being the guy that's going to play 65% of your snaps. So if a guy goes down, yes, I like McDonald playing more. Down 100%. I'm just surprised as I thought that Cook would be the guy more likely to be moved than Lawson.
No, it's not crazy. I'm still not, it is a shame too with Dalvin Cook because the dude is a perennial great player and has had a bad start to the year and has like 40 carries and it's like this guy fucking sucks. Maybe like he's definitely older and it's hard to play running back when you're in your late 20s in the NFL, but I don't know. I feel like he could just what if he goes next week he has 7 carries for 52 yards.
So how many carries does he have this year?
I think he has 40. I think it's the actual number. It's something like that.
Here's my take on it. This is probably a shit take, and I'm not watching the all 22. But out of 40 carries, I've seen like the same 4 clips going around of him not hitting a hole or him not making a big play. I really feel watching the game that he just gets murdered at the line of scrimmage every time. Probably fault to him as well. But then Breece Hall will get a run and there'll be no within like 8 yards of him.
Right, Breece. They keep doing that toss play to Breece, which is like a cheat code.
Where he cuts,
and then Dalvin Cook be like, "Fuck him. Let's put 10 offensive linemen on the field and run it straight, dude."
Not defending it, but I feel like there's a little context around it.
I mean, and the stat is awful, where Breece is like first in NFL history in yards per carry, and Dalvin Cook is like last in the league in yards per carry this year. So I'm not ready though. I'm happy if Breece or Carl Lawson stay on the Jets, and I'm rooting for them contribute, do some stuff. I love veteran guys, but you wonder maybe you get something back, shed some salary, trade for Devontae Adams, baby. Even though the Raiders said they're not going to do it.
Yep, agreed. Now, quick programming note. We have started the back of the baseball card series that will likely do weekly. Very fun time. Go listen, go watch. We will still always put out a Jet video every week, maybe twice a week if we get a good topic. I forgot to say hit subscribe. We've kind of stalled out. Did I?
Who stalled out?
Like the subscribers. We're at like 930. I'd like to get to 1,000 at some point. I don't know how we do that. Is it crazy to be like, hey, we're going to do a giveaway. If you subscribe, you will get one person will get a jersey.
What, you want to give a jersey? Who should we give?
Is that cheap, though? Is that a cheap way to...
No.
I remember when I first had my Twitter account, I had like 1,000 followers, and I was like, I will give out I think it was like a used flask, but it was a sick like titanium jet flask.
Did you give it?
I gave it out. I gave it to a guy. He's a great follow, but I'm like 800 people retweeted it. I'm like, I didn't. That wasn't like that's not
People
even a
want to
good
fly.
gift.
Dude, I don't know. We have good content, so I'm happy if more people watch it.
We could do a giveaway, right?
We do a giveaway. What jersey should we give? Let's do a
Dealer's choice, maybe. Dealer's
Quincy
choice.
Williams.
I think dealer's choice. I think whoever wins, you do the
Nah.
raffle. What do you mean?
Bryce Hall. Bryce Hall.
What if they have a Bryce Hall? All right, you're saying a 37 Bryce Hall. Okay.
No one will subscribe.
I'm gonna give them my Antonio Cromartie wrong colored green Chinese jersey that I got in middle school that I wore to every pickup football game we ever played.
I remember. Dude, people forget I have a Bryce Hall shirt because this is like when the Jets drafted Brees, and Bryce Hall was supposed to be like our starting corner. He played the year before. I bought a Bryce Hall shirt and a Brees Hall shirt, and I asked you which one you want, and you wanted the Brees Hall because you're not an idiot. Now I have the Bryce Hall shirt.
Wait, you gave me a Brees Hall?
Yeah.
I have it probably in my summer clothes, which already passed.
Yeah,
I didn't
you have
take
a
out.
Brees Hall shirt somewhere.
I have a Brees Hall. I have a fully Fatu Kasi.
Nice.
You got me a.
Oh, who did I get this time?
I was going to get you. I still have a birthday gift for you. I have to give you. I brought a bottle of Grey Goose, and I forgot that it was also Miranda's birthday too. And I was like, "Yeah, here you go." She's like, "Let's go." I was like, "Fuck." "All right, I'm gonna get you. I want to get you a throwback jersey, like a ridiculous one. But I'll get It's Calvin Pace is too obvious.
That's my guy.
A Calvin Pace like jersey. I think you'd love. I'm gonna look into it.
I haven't got. Yeah, that'd be nice. I bought a Rogers throwback shirt, like the new shirt this year. Never came. Like I don't think I ever got it. I don't know. I'm confused. So I gotta look into that.
I would like
nice Rogers jersey.
I would like for your birthday to get you a Jet jersey number of what year you're turning. So you turn 27. I'll get you like a Darryl Roberts like Chinese jersey, like an actual jersey. That might be a good. I might start.
Darryl Roberts was like, remember they signed like 3 years, like 18 million. Fucking him and Maurice Claiborne were our corners. Strange times. Dude, we got to do that. We got to watch some old games.
Yeah.
Put it up on the screen. Share the screen.
Drink some beers.
Commentate. Have some beers. Get progressively more intoxicated as the game goes on, because it's the condensed game on NFL Plus. I think it's like 32 minutes.
Yeah, about 32. Yeah,
that's the worst app ever, by the way. NFL Plus. I go to record like screen sharing of whatever happens in the game. Always blurry. No matter what, it doesn't matter. I get the greatest Wi-Fi of all time. It just doesn't download correctly. It's insane.
Could you do it on internet and screen record the screen? Like, there's a way to do it. You can like box what you want to record.
I don't know what that is. Maybe
it's like I could hit just like you do on your phone, screen record, and it records the entire screen here, and you could crop what you need.
Oh, I'm sure I could do that. That would be a solution to my issue.
Dude,
there it is.
All right, have fun at the game. I'm watching with the boys that are Giant fans, and then we'll be Monday night is the next game against the Chargers.
Yeah.
What a time!
And then we go to Vegas, which I'm supposed to go to
Sunday night.
Sir.
So it'll be 5:25 local time for you.
Yeah, that's the latest game they have there.
Didn't you go to Vegas one year for a bachelor party and the Jets played like a weird time?
The Jets played a 4. That was the game where Brees and AVT died in Denver. It was that game. I was supposed to go to the Raider game who were playing like the Texans, and I was like, fuck that. I went to the sports book and I watched the Jet game.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You're a great Jet fan, not a great groomsman for whoever that was. All right, ready to go?
All right, homie.
Talk to you soon, buddy.